जय जय राम। Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Om. Om Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Om Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Om. Om Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Om Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Om. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Om. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Om. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Om. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om to everybody. Today, before we start our usual topic on Bhagavad Gita, we will go through the prayer, no? Gratitude to the Divine. It is an auto-suggestion, agreed. It's an assertion where we try to become aware of what all we have. Normally, in our hectic activities and preoccupations, we tend to forget this. Not that we are unaware, we tend to forget this. So a periodical reminder is necessary for all of us. So it starts with this. I did not apply for anything, no one recommended me, yet I was gifted this miraculous body. Without an interview, without merit, pure grace. It was only through a human birth we can think of liberation. You and I have not planned. You have not planned to come from Baroda. But this birth, think, fundamental thing. I did not plan for this birth. Just like I used to plan for anything and everything, it has been given to me. It has been given to me. It has been given to me. I did not apply for anything, no one recommended, yet I was gifted this miraculous body. Without an interview, without merit, pure grace. And how does it function? Blood flows ceaselessly from head to toe. That's why a doctor said 6 liters of blood is traveling through 1,20,000 kilometers a day in our body. Have we ever understood? That is why we can move, no? Everything is active. Think. Every heartbeat, a silent drum of life. I don't know what kind of divine technology powers this system, but the heart never tires, never rests until it is time to go. 1,00,000 times a day, minimum 1,00,000 times a day. So, human body, blood circulation, heartbeat. 2 eyes, like cameras of 1,000 megapixels, captures the ever-changing beauty of this world, colors, light, emotions, etched into memory. 2 eyes. Tongue, a tongue that performs 10,000 taste tests with precision. Skin, a living sensor, feeling heat, cold, love, pain, a miracle of sensitivity. A voice box that expresses thought and emotion through sounds of infinite variety. And ears that decode every frequency, from whispers of the wind to the laughter of the loved ones. This body, made up of 75% water, holds firm. No shortcut, no leakage, despite millions of pores. I stand tall, unsupported by anything. Rubber tires wear out on roads, but the soles of my feet carry me through a lifetime. Still holding strong. What an astonishing divine creation. Nothing man-made can come close. You are the designer, the operator, the sustainer. Every memory, every thought, every ounce of strength and peace, all come from you. You will live within this body as the soul, the unseen presence that gives life and purpose. This is your divine play, your masterpiece. Let me not just exist, but participate in the selfless joy, the divine rhythm of your creation. Bless me with good sense and pure awareness. Let my intellect go before your wisdom. May I never forget even for a moment that it is you who breathes life into me. May I never forget, even now, even for a moment, that it is you who breathes life into me, who walks with me, listens through me, speaks through me. Let gratitude be my constant companion, let awe fill my every breath. This is not just a body, it's a temple of your presence. Swami Chidananji Maharaj used to say, in order to free ourselves from grumblings and complaints, first thing what we have to do is to acknowledge what all we have been blessed with. Then we can also say we need this or this is not there. But first of all, let us understand what all we have been blessed with. And this body normally, we have a different concept about body. But with this, that concept changes. We have to keep it clean and healthy because he is residing it. This is his residence. Bhoga ayatanam. Ayatanam means residence. This is his residence, so I have to keep it clean. I have to make it pure. And he is sitting inside, is taking care of all these activities. In the form of heartbeat, he has not mentioned about the digestion. We can add that. Life force means heartbeat, blood circulation, digestion, breathing. If these four are not there, we don't exist as an individual. As soon as the death takes place, this is how the doctor comes and certifies, yes, he is dead. And we have no role. This individual, the me and mine has absolutely no role in any of these four. Suppose we say stop the heartbeat, it will not. Stop the digestion, no. Stop the blood circulation, no. Stop the breathing, no. So that is why the last one is, bless me with good sense and pure awareness. Let my intellect go before your wisdom. This awareness is also very important. Consciousness or awareness. I know that I am talking. I know that I am seeing. I know that I am hearing. I know that I am sitting. In your case, you know that you are seeing. You know that you are hearing. You know that you are sitting. You know that you are. That beingness, the awareness. That knowing principle in us. That knowing principle and the life force, when they are intertwined, it expresses in the form of life. Expresses in the form of an individual. Added to that, intelligence. The first primordial intelligence. Behind every creature comfort we use now, everyone, right from the moment we get up in the morning, suppose we start listing it one by one, cot, bed, bedspread, pillow, room, electricity, brush paste, soap, wash basin, commode, eatables, language, education, anything, We have not done anything. It has come from intelligence. Buddhir buddhivadamasmi. So Papa defines God as subtle and mysterious power, number one. In Quest of God, before entering into the first chapter, he explains who Ram is, and Ram is defined as the subtle and mysterious power, not an entity. And that power expresses through life force, consciousness, and intelligence. And that life, how does it express? We have just gone through. Suppose we start remembering any of these, All the actions are received through the sense objects, organs of perception, and then we react with organs of action. How does it function? Think. You go to the next prayer. O Almighty Lord of the universe, bless me to be joyfully aware every moment that your will is behind everything that happens and also that which does not happen. That happens and that which does not happen. You plan, he makes you to plan. He makes you to cancel. Your will is behind all my feelings, thoughts, words and deeds. Because the mind functions, the body functions only because that life force is there. That is called his will, not something separate. Your will is behind all my feelings, thoughts, words, deeds, as well as those of every fellow being. I know and I do not know. How all-pervading. You are present in all beings, things and situations. Otherwise, how will I come to know? I am a mere instrument in your hands. Because the moment this is switched off, this life force, I'm finished. The moment this awareness is switched off, life will be there, vegetable. To be humble in success and improve through failures. To joyfully accept the consequences of my thoughts, words and deeds. To treat everything, being and situation with love and understanding, because it has been ordained by that power. To keep my body and mind in best working condition for your use. For your use means we need not think, something separate from what we are doing. No. You are giving us so many things through your creation. So we can also pay back only by using the instrument you have given for my co-creation. That is use. To joyfully share the fruits of work with others. To be aware that even this prayer is being made possible only by you. O benevolent Lord of the universe, I pray that the whole universe is charged with unbounded love, abiding peace, eternal joy. O Lord, I have nothing to ask of you. I am blessed with all that one can hope for, ask for. I have a mind to think, it is thy glory. I have eyes to see, ears to hear, all these are thy glory. I have in front of me a world so vast and so variegated, enough for me to express myself. Again it is thy glory. I can make, I can unmake, all these possibilities are again thy glory. I can even make this prayer to you. This capacity to appreciate you is again thy glory. I seek from thee nothing, for you have given me everything. Inside me, outside me, your presence is something that I can't miss, I don't want to miss. Let thy grace be upon me, not to gain anything new, but to make me see thy glory. In all my achievements, in all my capacities, let me see thy glory. O Lord, I have nothing to ask of you. So periodically going through such prayers will definitely help us to know that we are what we are because of His presence. And He is not outside. He is the presiding life force, awareness and intelligence. And He has given us a sense of individuality to us, to function as an individual outside. The boss and the subordinate, no? So to remember that, we have been asked to chant Ram Nam. Ram is that power, and we chant to remember, to remember, to remember, to connect. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. For the sake of those who are hearing for the first time, a few words about the introduction to this in-depth Gita study, or whatever we call Gita touch in daily life. Previously we had named it as shelf to self or reverence to relevance. We revere Gita, we keep it in our shelf, but we hardly think that it has got anything to do with our very life. So now Papa prompted us to undertake this for the past 4 to 5 months intensely, and he enabled us to identify 200 examples for 200 slokas. So this process is helping us to become aware how relevant Bhagavad Gita is in our daily life, at home, in the office, with friends, in college. So while going through, he also prompted us to identify the segments. Then we found those who are leading family life, professional life, social life, student life, and personal life. How does it reach out? So we have completed first chapter and second chapter up to 18 slokas. Before we take up the remaining 2 and the third chapter, we will just go through some salient aspect of this introduction. Beloved Papa Swami Ramdas called the Bhagavad Gita a veritable mosaic of eternal wisdom. It touches both spiritual and worldly aspects of life with unmatched clarity. Its core message urges self-awareness, surrender to the indwelling divine, alignment with one's role in life's grand play. Putting it in another way, harmony at home, harmony at workplace, harmony with friends. Harmony at home, harmony at workplace, harmony with friends, and harmony with the mind. Gita instills the vast wisdom of the Upanishads, as expressed in the Dhyana Sloka. Sarvopanishado gavo tokta gopalanandana partho vatsa sudhir bhokta dugdam gitamrutam mahatu. All the Upanishads are cows, Krishna the milkman, Arjuna the calf, those of refined intellect drink the supreme milk, Gita's nectar. Kurukshetra battlefield symbolizes the inner conflict between our higher virtues and our lower impulses, Pandavas and Kauravas. Krishna, the inner guide, calls Arjuna, the individual self, towards clarity and action rooted in Dharma. So the entire Kurukshetra is within us. The subtle and mysterious power is named as Lord Krishna. Sense of individuality is named as Arjuna. Higher virtues are called by Pandavas and lower impulses Kauravas. So this is a tussle that is going on every day in our bosom. The first sloka of the Gita reveals our bondage to ego, while the last assures joy and peace when we surrender to the divine within. You might be knowing there are about 700 slokas. First sloka starts with Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre, and the last sloka, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno Yatra Partho Dhanitra. If you take the meaning of two, first it starts with me and mine, my son and Pandu's son. So selfishness from there. And at the end he says, wherever this Arjuna and Lord Krishna are there, that means whenever the sense of individuality realizes the presence of the indwelling reality, there comes prosperity, success, and all that is good and great. So this is the 18 chapters, Vishada Yoga and Moksha Sannyasa Yoga. Packed. So these are all the things by which we prepare our mind. Refining the mind. from me to mine. The first sloka of the Gita reveals our bondage or ego, while the last assures joy and peace when we surrender to the divine. The journey is from self-centeredness to surrender, from I act to he acts through me. As Papa says, behold divinity in every aspect of this world, Leela. Refining the mind. Modern life is married by crudity. Gita teaches us to use our body-mind as a refinery, transforming experiences into love, clarity, selflessness. When we shift from ego-driven impulses to buddhi, that is intelligence or discrimination, the refinement begins. Like raw materials refined into gold, our thoughts and emotions, when processed with awareness, evolve into dedication, balance, and inner power. The Gita refines not just our thoughts, but the energy behind them. This may look flowery words, but we should ponder. A crude oil is refined and comes out in the form of various byproducts. 100% useful for our modern life. Similarly, thoughts that come to us, thoughts that well up in our mind, are crude in form. When they are processed through the refining, then what comes out will be, I realize, that means me to me is the crudest form. Me to we and me to him. It is because of him I exist. It is because of the co-creation that I exist. Me to we means my relationship with the co-creation. Me to him means my relationship with him. So when I become aware of this, I become humble. I become useful because I am enjoying. I am enjoying, all that I am enjoying has come from other than me. I realize that. So my thoughts, my words, my deeds also should be beneficial to not only known people, unknown people also. When I wear these specs, I don't know the first person who conceived the specs. First person, when there is no specs in the world. And then after a period of refining, how it has come to this stage, I don't know, but I am using it, I am enjoying it. Similarly, all my thoughts, all my words, all my deeds, take anything, the cloth we wear, the chair on which we sit, the building in which, the electricity by which we are now operating, the food that we ate, the language with which we speak, which is mine. So the moment I start remembering this, refinement takes place. The first indication is me to we, then we to him. So let raw materials refined into gold, our thoughts and emotions, when processed with awareness, evolve into dedication, balance, and inner power. The Gita refines not just our thoughts, but the energy behind them. A couple of examples, how does it come? In 2012, pilot Urmila Yadav calmly landed a damaged aircraft. It had lost its nose wheel, and she did not announce it, the public conveyance system, nor so that nobody will become panicky. She did not even inform the ground force. But her commitment, 48 passengers are there because of, I am the custodian of these 48. It's my responsibility to see that safely it landed. She manipulated everything in such a way that it could have a safe landing without any trouble. She, courageousness, self-confidence, grit, concern for everybody. Think about it. Somebody can say, oh, it has dropped, what can I do? But instead of that, So how a refined mind handles situations? A father's love for his moody child. Early morning it cries, then it laughs, then it sleeps, then it goes here and there, disturbs everything, but anything is there, and again screams. But with all that, the father or mother watches. Same samabuddhi, same affection. Think. And a mother's patience with her daughter's mistake, we shall come to it, detail. A mind steady, changing modes. True refinement is seeing God in all, this element in all. God means not a external form. Inner reality, outward reality, all-pervading existence. True refinement is seeing God in all, joy and sorrow alike. It builds faith, resolve, inner harmony. So this is the introduction to Bhagavad Gita. We move to chapter number 2, no? Chapter number 2, okay. '18 we have covered, I believe. Manoj, yes, correct. Anybody remembers any of the incident yesterday we shared? Prabhakar, yes. Prabhakar did not lose faith. Simi, how she, correct, son. Marine engineer, yes, okay.
Boys marks cut, miscalculation. He honestly went and told his
Misstep.
Who? What?
Calculation.
Miscalculation.
Marks cut, boys.
Marks.
Integrity.
Who?
Bhaskar.
Bhaskaran. Okay, Bhaskaran. Then.
Unconditional.
Example. Gita. Okay. Aditi. Then. Anything?
Despondency, not at over his level.
Yesterday we covered about 16.
62. 63. 63rd also.
Sloka number 63, he says.
Who?
Misstep.
Right. Manoj. Sari, Pinna.
Resurgence, Swamiji.
Resurgence.
Who?
Narayan.
Narayan. Very good. Then.
Firm commitment.
Firm commitment. that officer who saved 5 lives. Anyway, something is there, okay. Now we go to the 19th slum. It was a sweltering afternoon and the bank was packed with restless customers. Priya waited patiently in a long queue, her mind calm despite the slow progress.
Kindly mute the audios, please.
They may not be getting it. Why this? It was a sweltering afternoon and the bank was packed with restless customers. Priya waited patiently in a long queue, her mind calm despite the slow progress. Suddenly a man stepped ahead of her, sparking a heated argument among those in a line. Voices rose, tempers flared, and the atmosphere grew tense. But Priya chose a different response. She took a deep breath, remained composed, neither joining the quarrel nor letting frustration disturb her peace. When her turn finally arrived, the weary bank clerk looked up and noticing her gentle smile said, "Thank you for your patience. You made my day a little easier." The transaction went smoothly. Priya left the bank with a light heart. Her serenity not only spared her unnecessary stress, but also brought a moment of relief to someone else. Priya's inner calm is a living example of the wisdom in Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 2, sloka number 65. Prasade sarvadukhanam hanirasyopajayate prasanna chedaso hyashu buddhi paryavatishtate. By divine grace comes the peace in which all sorrows end, and the intellect of such a person of tranquil mind soon becomes firmly established in God. See how the sloka. So when we see that, oh, prasade sarvadukhanam, this is the one which comes to in our mind. We have seen many such people patiently waiting. And when somebody is patient, others will also become slightly patient. If I become impatient, others will also become impatient. Priya's story reminds us that the true strength lies in maintaining inner serenity amidst chaos. When we remain calm and cheerful, we not only protect our own peace, but also positively influence those around us. The Gita teaches that from such serenities, sorrows fall away and our intellect remains clear, enabling us to face life's challenges with grace and wisdom. Priya's patience is a timeless lesson. Cultivate serenity within. You will find clarity, joy, resilience, no matter what the world brings below.
Key point.
Huh?
Key point she wants for this.
Key points.
Composure.
Composure. It is not reading, it is not hearing, it is not listening. It should get registered in our mind. Then only the refinement will take place. Suppose we forget about it, no. Whether it is in the airport, whether it is in the railway station, whether in the bus stand, whether it is in a bank, whether we are in the mall. anywhere else. How do we handle ourselves? Prasade sarva dukkhanam. Next shloka is also very, very touching. It was a day of joy and celebration. The whole family, along with close friends, had gathered on the lush lawns of their bungalow to mark the parents' wedding anniversary. The air was filled with laughter, music, aroma of delicious food. For this special occasion, the mother had brought out her finest crockery, delicate cups with exquisite designs reserved only for such cherished gatherings. After tea, a tray of these precious cups lay on one side table. The mother gently signaled to one of her daughters to carry it to the kitchen. Eager to help, the girl hurried off, but in her rush, she missed a step in the doorway. The tray slipped. The beautiful crockery crashed to the floor, shattering into pieces. The girl froze, her heart pounding. Tears welled up in her eyes as she imagined her mother's anger. Gathering the broken pieces, she steeled herself and went to confess, trembling with fear. But to her astonishment, her mother remained calm. With a gentle smile, she asked, "Are you hurt?" When the girl shook her head, the mother replied, "Then I am not very clear. I can replace the crockery, but I can't replace you." In that moment, the girl learned a lesson she would never forget. True love and wisdom remain undisturbed by life's minor losses. The mother's serenity and compassion were deeper and more enduring than any attachment to possessions. Connection to Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 2, sloka number 70. Apuuryamanam ajala pratishtam samudramapa pravishandi yadvad tadvat kamayam pravishandi sarve sashanti mapnoti nakamakami. This is to be learned by her because this we need. Apuryamanam ajala pratishtam samudramapa pravishandi yadvat tadvat kamayam pravishandi sarve sashanti mapnoti nakamakami. One who remains undisturbed despite all happenings, like the ocean into which the rivers flow, attains peace, not the one who runs after desires. Sashanti mapnoti nakamakami. Just as the vast ocean remains unmoved as countless rivers flow into it, the mother's mind was steady and peaceful, unaffected by the loss of her treasured crockery. Her love for her daughter was far more valuable than any material possession. She did not let her desire or attachment disturb her inner calm. True peace comes from inner stability, but not from clinging to possessions or desires. As the Gita teaches, those who remain undisturbed by life's ups and downs, valuing people over things, love over loss, attain lasting peace. The mother's calm response is a shining example of this wisdom, teaching us to be like the ocean, deep, steady, serene, no matter what flows our way. So that is how the 20 slokas which we have taken ended. We will have a second reading later. Now we move to the third chapter. Preface. Chapter 3 of Bhagavad Gita, Karma Yoga, shifts the focus from contemplation to participation, from inner realization to outer actions. While Chapter 2 lays the philosophical foundation, Chapter 3 builds upon it by answering the crucial question, how should one act in the world without being bound by it? It is a call to purposeful engagement, where work becomes worship, responsibility becomes a means of self-liberation. This chapter addresses the seeming contradiction between renunciation and action. Why must one act if knowledge alone can liberate? The Gita resolves this paradox by teaching that selfless action, not inaction, is the path to growth. Karma Yoga is not about doing more, but doing right, acting with clarity, without ego, without craving the fruits. In our daily lives, the teachings of chapter number 3 offer profound relevance. We often feel torn between the responsibilities and desires, between inner peace and outer chaos. This chapter reminds us that every role, be it as a parent or a teacher or a leader or a friend, is an opportunity to evolve. The Gita does not ask us to escape the world, but to engage with it mindfully, transforming ordinary tasks into sacred offerings. This booklet brings to life 10 selected shlokas from chapter 3 through real life anecdotes. Each story is a minor.
Swamiji,
Oh. Eh?
I just realized after you said about this that I was finding a disconnect between chapter 2 and suddenly chapter 3 says start working.
Eh?
So I was finding
She
a
thought it
disconnect
was
between
disconnected.
philosophy.
Chapter 2, chapter 3, she thought it was disconnected, but now she found it is connected.
Yeah. That is how it is put. So
Yes, Swamiji.
through themes like responsibility, detachment, emotional intelligence, discipline, service, alignment with one's dharma, chapter 3 guides us to act not out of compulsion, but out of conscious choice. The Gita urges us to recognize that action done in the spirit of offering purifies, while action rooted in ego binds us further. Karma Yoga teaches us that we are not the doers, but instrument of a greater will. When we act from this space of surrender, efficiency emerges with humility, success is redefined not as an achievement, but as an inner steadiness. Insights, we will skip now. Chart. Rita, a primary school teacher, asked her students to write an essay on what they wanted God to do for them. Janvi, her daughter, wrote a touching essay and kept it in her bag for submitting the assignment in class. While packing Janvi's school bag, Rita saw the essay and wept while reading it. Her husband, seeing her tears, asked what happened. She handed him the essay, titled, "I Just Want to Be Like a TV." In the essay, Janvi wished to be a TV so that she could have a special place at home. Be the center of attention, be heard, and receive care even when not working. She wanted her family to spend time with her just as they did with the television. After reading it, Gita's husband commented, "What horrible parents." Rita, with tears in her eyes, revealed this essay is written by Janvi. This incident reflects the Bhagavad Gita is warning through number 6, sloka 6 of 3. Karmendriyani samyamya ya aste manasasmaran indriyarthanvi moodhatma mityacharasa uchate. Those who restrain the organs of action but continue to dwell on sense objects in the mind are deluded and are called hypocrites. The father said, what horrible parents, He himself is that. The parents, though physically present and performing their duties, were emotionally and mentally absorbed elsewhere on distractions like television, neglecting their child's need for love and attention. As the Gita warns, merely controlling outward actions while the mind is attached elsewhere is hypocrisy. True care requires presence, mental connection, attention, not just physical proximity. Very important, no? Very important for parenting. Karmendriyani samyamya yahaste manasasmaran. Those who restrain the organs of action but continue to dwell on the subjects. For all practical purposes, I sit here doing tapasya, You may think that I have controlled, but my mind goes on these. So he is called a Mithyajari. The father thinks he is taking care of the child, He is meeting all his creature comforts, everything. So he feels that. Actually, he is not. With all that you have provided, she feels a big gap. And he feels that he is doing everything. That is the Mithyachar. Please think about it. Everywhere we have to do this reflecting, It is not that we remember the sloga or we remember the example. We distill from the both and keep something with us,
Swamiji?
Ah.
Swamiji.
Ah.
Not Swamiji. Not
Two people.
Not the yes.
One by one.
Very well required.
One at a time, please.
Yes, ma'am. One.
Lot introspection. நம்மளே ரொம்ப இது பண்ணிக்கணும். பியூரிஃபை பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கணும் சுவாமி.
Lot of introspection is needed.
Lot of introspection. That is the purpose of this study. We are not here to learn Bhagavad Gita by heart and store and reproduce elsewhere. It is purely an internal sadhana. Papa is asking us to now go deep within, refine our thoughts. Then only the real purpose will be served. While explaining about Seva, Papa says, Nama is to remember him, Seva is to dedicate everything to him, Dhyana is to feel his presence within. So when we dedicate everything to him, we must have the right mental, mental state. So he has put it that outer activity should be compatible with inner aspiration. Inner aspiration is to remember him. So all my thoughts, all my words, all my deeds should be in line with that, should be in conformity with that. That is why he is now promoting or prompting us to dwell on Bhagavad Gita. So that when we keep on associating ourselves with these thoughts, a culture develops in our mind where we don't react anything impulsively. Pause. In major traffic areas, nowadays we don't know whether it is, previously it was there, stop, look and proceed. Every now and then. Otherwise we will be preoccupied with our goal to reach and accidents are supposed to come. But every now and then we see that stop, look, proceed. Is the refinement.
Traffic signal.
Traffic signal, correct. At a well-known ashram in India, thousands of seekers regularly gather to be in the presence of a revered spiritual master. The master lived a life of simplicity, love and selfless service. His presence uplifted countless lives. Among the inner circle of the ashram was a young sevak who had been serving the master for several years. He was constantly near the Guru, present at discourses, meals, private conversations. Many assumed he must have absorbed the master's qualities. But over time, it became evident he was becoming more and more proud of his closeness than inwardly being transformed by it. He started giving instructions to others with a tone of superiority. He quoted the master but failed to embody the humility or compassion behind the words. One day, the master gently but firmly asked him to step back from the responsibilities and spend some time in solitude. He explained, proximity without surrender is like standing by the spring without drinking its water. You have gone there with
Please repeat.
Please repeat Swami.
proximity without surrender. Proximity to the Guru, proximity, physical proximity. Proximity without surrender is like standing by the spring without drinking its water. You can tell somebody, I have gone there, I saw that, that's all. The sevak was shaken, but later confessed that he had been so focused on the position he held that he forgot to imbibe the master's teachings. His self-effacement, simplicity, he does everything, he was doing to his Guru, everything behind the curtain.
What's the caption, Swami? Caption.
Caption.
Vanity.
Caption, vanity.
Vanity.
No, vanity. So he confessed, closeness to a Mahatma is a precious blessing, but only when approached with reverence, humility and a thirst for inner transformation. Otherwise it may lead to ego inflation instead of ego dissolution. This behavior is an example of the message conveyed in slogan number 16 of chapter number 3. Evam pravartitam chakram nanuvartayatihaya akhayorindriya ramo mokam partha sajivati. O Partha, those who do not accept their responsibility in the cycle of sacrifice established by the Vedas are sinful. They live only for the delight of their senses. Indeed, their lives are in vain. This we see everywhere, no? Every Mahatma attracts so many people. Many people crowd around him. But do all of them get the benefit? I don't know how to translate this in English. When we were all children, we were doing it. There will be two stones, and in the upper stone there will be a handle. And for grinding, we used to use that, even wheat and everything. So we used to do like that, and there is a small hole through which we feed. But if you carefully observe, that which is closely with the stem will never get drowned. We used to ask mother. Then she said, you have to take it and make it one with everybody. If you separate yourself, then as Papa says, you feel you are something separate, no? It is to remove that we have come. And what are we doing? We want to become something, whereas our whole attitude is to become nothing. Evam pravartitam chakram nanuvartayatiha akhayor indriyaramo mokham partasa jivati. The sevak's attachment to his role without inner surrender or self-purification mirrors the warning of the Gita that mere outer participation without aligning to the spirit of selfless offering leads to spiritual stagnation. Swami Ramtirtha used to say on a different level, it's called spiritual constipation. His service, lacking in humility and true renunciation, became a hollow act, just as the sloka describes a life lived in vain when the divine is ignored. From there we move to sloka number 19, service. Every month, Rohan received pocket money from his father. Unlike many children of his age, Rohan had made a quiet vow. A part of this money would always go to help someone in need. It was not about charity, it was about gratitude, a way to pass on the love he received. His Sunday ritual was simple. Instead of spending money on treats, he would walk to the local medical shop, look for someone who might need help, a worried mother, a frail elder, or like the Sunday, on that Sunday, a sick rickshaw puller with fever. The sick person handed over a prescription, asked the shopkeeper for the price of a week's medicine. Rupees 70 came the reply. The man's face fell. Oh, it's already 4:35. He pulled out a single 10 rupee note and asked, how much for just one day? The shopkeeper hesitated. One day's dose is 10 rupees, but it won't help much. The rickshaw puller replied, I will work tomorrow and buy more. Deeply moved, Rohan stepped forward, handed rupees 70 to the shopkeeper. Please give him the full course, he said. The man turned, astonished. Why, you don't even know me. Rohan smiled. My father gives me pocket money with love. I just try to pass that love on. There was no applause, no crowd, no recognition, but a silent, powerful impact. For Rohan, kindness had become a habit, woven into the fabric of his Sundays. With just a portion of his pocket money, he was healing lives on Sunday at a time, as pointed out in the Bhagavad Gita. Tasmad asakta satatam. 19, those who are having the book. Tasmad asakta satatam karyam karma samajara asakto hyajaran karma paramapnodi purusha. Therefore, giving up attachment, perform actions as a matter of duty, because by working without being attached to the fruits, one attains the supreme. Rohan's actions are a living example of this teaching. True goodness is found in selfless action, done without desire for rewards. As the Gita teaches, it is through such detached, loving service that we touch the lives of others, and in doing so, come closer to the divine within ourselves. Rest of the chapters, we will take it, rest of the slokas, we will take it up tomorrow. So, 3 we have taken. Does anybody remember? Apart from Rohan now. Example.
Proximity.
Proximity is not a guarantee, you know.
Proximity without surrender.
Proximity without surrender is something like going to the near the spring and not taking the water. Then, anything else?
Traffic signal.
Janvi's essay to her parents.
Janvi's essay.
Janvi's?
Essay. Rita.
Then?
Swami, the plates broke, mother, how she.
Anyway, I can't hear. Forget about it.
Plates, Swami, the plates broken by the little girl in the marriage.
Sorry.
In the function.
We should look watch and then go. Traffic signal.
Eh?
Traffic
We should
signal.
watch and
They are
go.
taking traffic.
Traffic signal. Okay. Correct.
Plates broken by the girl.
Correct.
Crockery broken.
Okay, then we will meet tomorrow. All of you may kindly don't stop with it. Those who are hearing it directly, those who are hearing it through YouTube, we have been told more than 200 people are listening. We request all of them to kindly ponder over. Don't just go from one chapter or one example. Wherever there is an alignment, stop. One shloka with one example. That will, slowly generate the methodology for us. Purpose is to move closer to Bhagavad Gita. Allowing the Gita to enter into us or allowing us to enter into the Gita. So that our thoughts, words and deeds get refined. And a refined thought, refined word, refined deed becomes not only useful for us, it will be useful for others. Sarva Bhuta Hiterava. Papa is giving us a wonderful opportunity to do all these things. Please join us. Hari Om. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om to everybody. Pranam. Pranam. Namaskaram. Hari Om. Namaskaram.
Gave, Baba? Oh.